When discussing the INFJ, introverted, intuitive, feeling, judging, personality type, terms like dangerous might not be the first that come to mind. Known as the advocate or idealist, INFJs are typically associated with empathy, intuition, and a strong sense of morality. INFJs are often seen as gentle, empathetic, and insightful individuals who strive to make the world a better place. Their idealism and deep-seated values guide their actions, making them passionate advocates for causes they believe in. However, their intense inner world, combined with their ability to understand and influence others, can sometimes be misconstrued as dangerous. This exploration aims to provide a balanced view of the INFJ personality, highlighting both their strengths and potential pitfalls. These traits allow them to connect with others on a profound level and navigate complex social dynamics with ease. However, these same qualities can also present challenges and potential pitfalls. INFJs have an extraordinary ability to sense the emotions of others, often picking up on subtle cues that others might miss. This can create a deep bond of understanding and empathy, but it can also be overwhelming. In a highly emotional situation, such as a friend's breakup, an INFJ might feel almost as heartbroken as their friend, experiencing the pain and sorrow deeply. While this makes them incredibly empathetic, it also means they can become emotionally drained. An INFJ might quickly sense that a colleague who is acting aggressively is actually feeling insecure and threatened. This insight allows the INFJ to respond with compassion and address the root cause of the behavior. Ability to offer profound advice. Their deep understanding of human nature makes INFJs excellent advisors. They can offer profound, insightful advice that addresses the underlying issues rather than just the surface symptoms. INFJs might struggle to separate their own feelings from those they are empathizing with, leading to burnout or emotional exhaustion. After spending time with a friend who is going through a tough time, an INFJ might feel drained and in need of solitude to recharge. If they don't take the time to care for their own emotional needs, they can become overwhelmed. An INFJ might find themselves repeatedly helping a colleague who takes advantage of their generosity without giving anything in return. This can lead to feelings of being used and undervalued. This intrinsic sense of purpose and morality often shapes their actions and decisions, making them passionate advocates for causes they believe in. An INFJ might organize a community cleanup event, rallying friends, neighbors, and even strangers to participate. Their unwavering commitment to their principles often earns them respect and admiration, though it can also lead to conflict with those who have different values. This ethical steadfastness defines much of their behavior and decision-making processes. Understanding this aspect of the INFJ personality can offer valuable insights into how they navigate the world and interact with others. An INFJ might volunteer their time and resources to support causes they believe in, such as environmental conservation or social justice. They are likely to choose professions and activities that align with their ethical standards, such as teaching, counseling, or nonprofit work. While their strong ethical stance is a strength, it can also lead to inner conflicts when faced with complex ethical dilemmas. An INFJ doctor might face a difficult decision when treating a terminally ill patient. I.N.F.J.'s unwavering ethics can sometimes put them at odds with others who do not share their values. They might find themselves in conflict with friends, family, or colleagues over moral or ethical issues. An INFJ might find it challenging to maintain a relationship with a friend who frequently engages in behaviors they consider unethical, such as lying or manipulating others. Their strong ethical stance might lead them to distance themselves from such individuals to maintain their own integrity. INFJs often feel a strong sense of responsibility to advocate for justice and fairness. They are drawn to causes that seek to rectify social injustices and improve the lives of others. An INFJ might become actively involved in social justice movements, advocating for the rights of marginalized communities. They might participate in protests, write articles, or work with organizations dedicated to social change. Their courage to voice their beliefs often stems from their deep conviction and desire to make the world a better place. An INFJ might confront a colleague who is discriminating against another employee, or they might raise concerns about unethical business practices in their workplace. This integrity extends to their relationships, where they seek to build trust and mutual respect. In their personal relationships, an INFJ might prioritize honesty and transparency, even when it is difficult. They believe that true intimacy and trust can only be built on a foundation of mutual respect and shared values. As a manager, an INFJ might implement fair and transparent policies, ensure that all team members are treated with respect, and foster an inclusive and ethical work environment. Their leadership style often focuses on collaboration, empathy, and fairness. INFJs might struggle to accept differing viewpoints or compromise on their principles, leading to conflict and misunderstandings. In a debate, an INFJ might become frustrated with someone who holds a different opinion on a moral issue. Their inability to see shades of gray can make it difficult for them to engage in constructive dialogue with those who don't share their values. Their idealism can lead to perfectionism, making it difficult for them to accept imperfections in themselves and others. An INFJ working on a group project might become stressed if they feel that others aren't contributing at the same level of dedication. Their high standards can lead to frustration and disappointment when reality doesn't match their ideals. However, this same intellectual fervor can sometimes lead to challenges in balancing their inner world with external realities. They often envision possibilities that others might overlook, making them excellent strategic thinkers and planners. An INFJ working in urban planning might develop a comprehensive plan for sustainable city development, anticipating future population growth and environmental challenges. Their ability to see beyond immediate concerns allows them to create long-term solutions that benefit the broader community. In a business setting, an INFJ might propose a groundbreaking marketing strategy that combines traditional techniques with cutting-edge technology, anticipating future trends and consumer behaviors. INFJs possess a deep intellectual curiosity and a relentless desire to understand the world around them. They often delve into philosophical, psychological, and scientific theories, seeking to uncover underlying truths. Their pursuit of knowledge enriches their understanding and fuels their intellectual passions. Their intellectual depth allows INFJs to explore and analyze complex ideas and concepts. They enjoy intellectual challenges and often seek out opportunities to engage in deep, meaningful discussions. An INFJ might participate in a debate club or philosophical discussion group, relishing the opportunity to explore diverse perspectives and refine their own understanding. Their ability to engage with complex ideas makes them insightful and thoughtful contributors to any discussion. While their intellectual rigor is a strength, it can also lead to overthinking and analysis paralysis. Their visionary thinking can sometimes make it challenging for INFJs to balance their idealistic visions with practical realities. Recognizing and addressing these challenges can help INFJs and those around them foster more understanding and supportive interactions. INFJs often require significant alone time to recharge and process their thoughts. This need for solitude can sometimes be misinterpreted as aloofness or disinterest by those who do not understand their personality. Friends and colleagues might perceive this behavior as a lack of interest or engagement, leading to misunderstandings and strained relationships. I.N.F.J.'s deep empathy can sometimes be overwhelming to others, especially if it is perceived as intrusive or excessive. Their genuine concern and desire to help can be misunderstood as overstepping boundaries. An INFJ might offer unsolicited advice or support to a friend in distress, believing they are being helpful. However, the friend might perceive this as intrusive or assume that the INFJ is trying to control the situation, leading to tension. INFJs are known for their profound emotional depth and intensity. They experience emotions with a remarkable richness, which profoundly influences their interactions and relationships. However, this intensity can also pose challenges, both for INFJs and for those who interact with them. Profound emotional experiences. INFJs feel emotions deeply, whether it's joy, sadness, anger, or love. This intensity allows them to connect deeply with others and to experience life in a profoundly meaningful way. When an INFJ falls in love, they experience it with their whole being. Every interaction with their partner is deeply felt, and they often think about their partner throughout the day, savoring every moment spent together. This depth of feeling makes their relationships incredibly rich and meaningful. Their emotional depth also means that INFJs can have strong reactions to events and experiences. They may cry easily when they are moved, whether by a touching story, a beautiful piece of music, or a poignant moment. Watching a sad movie might leave an INFJ in tears, feeling the character's pain as if it were their own. Similarly, a personal slight or injustice can provoke a strong emotional response, as they internalize the pain and injustice deeply. Deep empathy for others. I.N.F.J.'s emotional intensity extends to their empathy for others. They can easily put themselves in another person's shoes, feeling their joys and sorrows as if they were their own. This deep empathy makes them excellent friends, partners, and counselors. When a friend is going through a tough time, an INFJ might feel their pain so acutely that it affects their own emotional state. They will go out of their way to offer support, listening attentively and providing comfort, even if it means putting their own needs aside. Strong bonds. The emotional connections that INFJs form are often very strong. An INFJ might maintain a lifelong friendship, even if they are separated by distance. After an emotionally charged event, such as a heated argument or a deeply moving experience, an INFJ might need to retreat and spend time alone to process their feelings and recharge. The intensity of their emotions can sometimes be challenging for INFJs to manage. They might struggle to keep their feelings in check, particularly in situations that require emotional restraint. In a professional setting, an INFJ might find it difficult to hide their frustration or disappointment if a project they are passionate about is not going well. Their emotional transparency can sometimes be misunderstood as unprofessionalism or lack of control. Others might not always understand the depth of an INFJ's emotions, leading to misunderstandings and feelings of isolation. INFJs might be labeled as overly sensitive or dramatic, which can be hurtful. An INFJ might feel deeply hurt by a seemingly minor criticism from a friend or colleague. While the other person might not understand the intensity of the INFJ's reaction, it can cause a rift in the relationship if the INFJ feels misunderstood or invalidated. High expectations. INFJs often have high expectations for themselves and others, driven by their strong ideals and desire for perfection. Difficulty with compromise. Their strong convictions can make it difficult for INFJs to compromise or accept differing viewpoints. This rigidity can lead to conflicts and misunderstandings in both personal and professional settings. During a team meeting, an INFJ might struggle to accept a decision that goes against their ethical principles, leading to tension with colleagues who have a more pragmatic approach. Their inability to compromise can be perceived as stubbornness or inflexibility. INFJs, with their deep empathy, high standards, and commitment to their ideals, are prone to burnout. This is due to their tendency to take on too much emotional and mental burden, often neglecting their own needs in the process. Understanding the causes and signs of burnout, as well as strategies for prevention, can help INFJs maintain their well-being. I.N.F.J.'s profound empathy makes them highly attuned to the emotions of others. They often absorb and internalize these emotions, leading to emotional overload. An INFJ might spend hours listening to a friend's problems, providing emotional support and advice. While this can be fulfilling, it can also be draining, especially if the INFJ does not have a chance to recharge. At work, an INFJ might volunteer for multiple projects, striving to complete each one perfectly. NFJs are often so focused on helping others and meeting their high standards that they neglect their own physical and emotional needs. This self-neglect can lead to burnout over time. An INFJ might prioritize work, family, and friends over their own need for rest and relaxation. Over time, this lack of self-care can lead to physical and emotional exhaustion. One of the most common signs of burnout is a persistent feeling of physical and emotional exhaustion. INFJs might feel tired all the time, regardless of how much rest they get. An INFJ might wake up feeling just as tired as when they went to bed, struggling to find the energy to face the day. They might also feel emotionally drained, unable to muster enthusiasm for activities they once enjoyed. INFJs might find it difficult to concentrate, make decisions, or complete tasks efficiently. An INFJ might find themselves procrastinating on important tasks or making mistakes they would not normally make. They might also feel overwhelmed by even simple tasks, leading to a decrease in overall productivity. Burnout can cause INFJs to feel detached from their work and relationships. They might become cynical, feeling that their efforts are pointless or unappreciated. They might also withdraw from friends and family, feeling that they have nothing left to give. An INFJ might decide to limit the number of hours they spend working each week or to take regular breaks to recharge. Regular self-care is essential for preventing burnout. INFJs should prioritize activities that help them relax and recharge, such as exercise, hobbies, and spending time in nature. An INFJ might set aside time each day for activities they enjoy, such as reading, gardening, or going for a walk. They might also practice mindfulness or meditation to help manage stress. Talking to someone they trust can provide relief and perspective. An INFJ might confide in a close friend about their feelings of burnout or seek advice from a therapist. Professional counseling can provide valuable tools and strategies for managing stress and preventing burnout. An INFJ might break large projects into smaller, manageable tasks and celebrate each milestone along the way. They might also practice self-compassion, reminding themselves that it's okay to make mistakes and that they are doing their best. Their deep empathy, strong ideals, visionary thinking, and intellectual depth are qualities that, when guided by their core values of compassion and integrity, contribute positively to the world. Recognizing and appreciating the complexities of the INFJ personality can foster greater understanding and harmony in relationships and interactions. If you have any experiences or thoughts to share, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others who might benefit from understanding the complexities of the INFJ personality. Your support helps us continue to provide valuable content for our community.